Hello, I'm Irwin Stelzer, Director of Economic Policy Studies at the Hudson Institute. And I'd like you to think with me today because I'm not sure what I'm going to say is right. But let's forget the headlines for a moment and the squabbling and whether the market's going up or down. And think about whether or not our society and our economy are entering what I like to call a new settlement. And when you think about it, there may be three aspects of this that are worth pondering. The first, I think, is clearest, that the new settlement will include a redistribution of income from people who are deemed wealthy to people who are less affluent. And that has a dimension that is nasty about it. If you look at the president's budget, he equates having wealth with somehow having illegally earned it. Now, not everybody is Madoff. Warren Buffett is not Madoff. So I think that we ought to be worried about this, not only for the economic consequences, which may or may not be dire, but for the underlying nastiness that is associated with this part of the new settlement. I think the second part of the new settlement is going to be a new relation between government and the individual. That's clear from the desire of the president, and I think he'll win on this, to redo the healthcare system, to get greater control of the electricity system, and generally to reduce the role of civic institutions by making charitable giving more expensive for people who give money to charities, and having government instead perform those functions. The third aspect is not going to have much to do with government. It's going to have to do with the relation between the owners of businesses and the managers who run those businesses. I think it's fair to say that executives on Wall Street, executives in the boardrooms of America, are not exactly in good repute at the moment. But it's not that they're evil men or venal men. It's that the processes by which they determine their compensation are imperfect, and that the processes by which they communicate with the owners of the businesses are imperfect. I think we're going to see something different. I think the markets, rather than government, will fix this. That shareholders are not going to tolerate the jets and the excessive frills of corporate life, but are going to demand a greater attention to the values of shareholders. Now, this will not apply to the very successful, like the Warren Buffetts, who has his jet and drinks his Diet Coke, or no, he doesn't drink Diet, he drinks Cherry Coke, and eats his Dairy Queen and is folksy, and no one's going to be angry with him. But I think the run-of-the-mill corporate executive is going to find himself under somewhat more pressure to respond to his shareholders than in the past. So there you have it. I mean, the ingredients of a new settlement. I might be wrong, but think about it when you think about the relationship between the wealthy and the not wealthy, the government and the individual, and the owners of businesses and the managers. Thank you very much for your time.